Good day, my students and the listeners. My name is Mrs. Momeya Augustina, your agri-science teacher. Today, we are going to look at animal reproduction. The objective of this topic. By the end of this lesson, you students should be able to 1. Explain the meaning of reproduction. 2. State the roles of sex hormones in reproduction. 3. Explain the processes of reproduction in mammals and poultry. 4. Describe the processes of egg formation. Now to the topic in proper. First of all, let's look at the first objective, which is the meaning of reproduction. Reproduction is the ability in animal to give birth to young ones. Now, by this definition, there are some certain things that are involved. What are those things? Whenever you are defining this topic, you must put in writing or you make sure that ability is involved. The next thing now, giving birth. What are they giving birth to? Younger ones. Therefore, reproduction is the ability in animal to give birth to young ones. The purpose of reproduction is to ensure continuity of life. That is from generation to generation. Now, let's go into details. Male reproductive system. This includes the testes, which produce the spermatozoon and sex hormone called testosterone, which aids the development of male sexual secondary characteristics. The spermatozoa are produced in the seminiferous tubules of testes during meiotic division by a process called spermatogenesis. The testes are protected by skeletal sac to enable sperm cells to produce a desired temperature. There is temperature that is needed for the production of this sperm. If the temperature is not enough or is very high, enough sperm cannot produce. Therefore, testes are protected by skeletal sac to enable sperm cells to produce a desired temperature. The epidermis ensures the storage and maturation of sperm cells in the testes. The testes are connected to the uterus masculine by vas deferens, which transport sperm from testes to uterus masculinus, where mature sperms are stored until they are released during mating. Then, uterus is ungenital organ which help to inject sperm into vagina, as well as removal of urine. So this organ ensures the waste product, and the product is nothing but the urine. Then the next now is female reproductive system. This includes the ovaries, which produce the ovum or egg. A matured egg is released from follicle in the ovary into the oviduct. This process is called ovulation. You female students, you can bear me witness that every month you normally experience this process known as ovulation. Anybody who doesn't experience it does not, he or she is not feeling fine, or there are some obstacles that hinders the ovulation. Now, as egg is released, the female animal comes into heat and is willing to meet with the female animal. It also happens to we human beings because we are part of animals, but remember that we are social animals. Anytime after the ovulation, we'll be eager or we will be willing to meet with male animals. Then fertilization. This is the fusion of male cell and female cell. That is, egg, which comes from female, plus spermatozoa, which is from male. This takes place in the fallopian tube. When the egg is fertilized, egg attaches itself to the wall of uterus. This process is called implantation. Then at the implantation, the development of fetus, which takes place in the uterus below the womb. The vagina receives the spermatozoa during melting or copulation. At the end of gestation, which is from fertilization to birth, patrician now takes place. Remember what I've said. At the end of gestation, and gestation is nothing but right from the time the egg is fertilized to birth, patrician takes place. What is patrician? Patrician is no other thing than act of giving birth, during which the young animal is pushed out through the vagina. Then the next now is reproductive system in birth. Remember that when we talk about birth, they include all the domestic births. In the male birth, the two testes are located inside the body. A narrow tube connects them to the cloaca. In the female, only the left ovary is functioning. The single ovary produces egg, which attach to ovary. The ovary also produces the yolk. The infant will receive yolk produced by the ovary. Albumin and chalaza, which holds the yolk, are formed in the magnum. Remember, chalaza is nothing but the male bed, that is layers. The two-cell membrane and the shape of the egg are formed in the uterus. Remember the shape, I say the shape of the egg and the two-cell membrane, the outer one and the inner one. At the isthmus, the egg shell is finally formed in the uterus, after which the egg is led through the cloaca or vent. When we talk of vent or cloaca, is the bottom of the female bed. That bottom of the female egg, that is able to fertilization of the egg can take place as soon as the egg enters the oviduct. When the sperm are present, the egg cannot fertilize without the presence of sperm. I repeat myself, fertilization cannot take place without the presence of spermatozoa. Fertilization occurs before the formation of albumin. Remember what albumin is. The albumin is after the two-cell membrane, there comes the albumin. Processes of egg formation in poultry. The processes of egg formation are controlled by hormones. The egg is formed partly in the ovary and partly in the oviduct. At the ovary, the yolk is secreted by the ovary and enclosed in the follicle. The yolk increases in size by accumulating yolk materials carried from different parts of the body by the blood. The follicle bursts to release the yolk. Infundibule. The yolk secreted by the ovary is taken up by the infundibule. Fertilization of egg occurs in this part of the oviduct. Before the other components are added, complete formation of egg is independent of whether the egg is fertilized or not. Remember, I said that fertilization cannot take place without the presence of sperm. The egg spends 15 minutes here before it's moved to the magnum. In the magnum, the egg stays for 3 hours and part of the albumin is secreted on the yolk. Chalaza is also formed in this region. Remember what chalaza is all about. The egg now moves to the isthmus. At isthmus, the egg stays here for 75 minutes and the two shell membranes are formed. The shape of the egg is also formed at this region. After it moves to the uterus. At the uterus, the egg takes 19 to 20 hours. The shell is formed from calcium carbonates. Minerals are also added to the egg, after which it moves to the vagina. At the vagina, the egg stays here for a very short time before it is led through the cloaca or vents. Therefore, it takes 26 hours for a complete egg to be formed and laid. Now, in some, either your external or your internal exam, they may ask you in your objective, how many hours does it take egg to fertilize and to be laid? The answer is nothing but it takes 26 hours for a complete egg to be formed and also laid. Now you have seen all about reproduction, both in mammals and birds. For your assignments, you are going to do the following assignments. Number 1, what do we mean by reproduction? 2, state the roles of hormones in reproduction. 3, explain the processes of reproduction in mammals and poultry. 4, describe the processes of egg formation. For the processes, it's better you involve the diagram in describing the processes. Thank you and remain blessed. Remember your agri-science teacher, Mrs. Momeya Augustina.